What if I told you the brand new 2026 Porsche Cayenne Coupe just blurred the line between a luxury family SUV and a performance sports car? Porsche didn't just give this model a facelift, they've packed it with features that could make even longtime Cayenne owners do a double take. From its sharper design to tech upgrades you normally see in six-figure flagships, this isn't the same Cayenne you thought you knew. But is it truly worth the hype, or just clever marketing? Let's find out. The Porsche Cayenne has always been a bit of a game changer. When it first hit the market, purists weren't sure about Porsche making an SUV, but fast forward to today, and it's one of the brand's best-selling models. Now, Porsche is raising the stakes with the 2026 Cayenne Coupe, a sleeker, sportier twist on their luxury SUV, aimed squarely at drivers who want practicality without sacrificing style or speed. This isn't just another refresh. Porsche has sharpened the design, overhauled the interior tech, and added performance upgrades that bring it closer than ever to the brand's sports car DNA. And in a US market where luxury SUVs are more competitive than ever, think BMW X6, Mercedes GLE Coupe, even Audi's Q8, the Cayenne Coupe has to prove it's not just about the badge. So, what makes this new Cayenne Coupe stand out? Is it really delivering something fresh, or is it just Porsche playing it safe with a new look? Stick around, because in a moment we'll dive deep into the design, performance, and price to see if it earns its place at the top. Alright, let's get into the details, because this is where the new Cayenne Coupe really starts to show its personality. First, the exterior design. Porsche didn't reinvent the wheel here, but the 2026 Coupe gets a noticeably sharper front fascia with slimmer LED matrix headlights and a more sculpted hood that gives it a leaner, sportier stance. From the side, that sloping roofline is still the defining feature. It screams coupe but doesn't completely sacrifice rear headroom. And the back? Wide taillights stretch across the rear with Porsche's signature light bar, making it instantly recognizable, especially at night. Think of it as a Cayenne that hit the gym, sleeker, tighter, but still muscular. Step inside, and the interior upgrade is where things feel truly next generation. Porsche has moved to a more digital-first cockpit, borrowing design cues from the Taycan. You get up to 3 screens, a fully digital driver's display, a massive central touchscreen, and an optional passenger display so your co-pilot can scroll through media or maps without distracting you. Materials are what you'd expect: soft leather, brushed aluminum, and optional carbon fiber trim that makes even a daily commute feel like a first-class flight. Technology is a big focus this year. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, the voice assistant has been overhauled, and Porsche's latest infotainment software is faster and cleaner than ever. There's also a suite of driver assist features: adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, and an available night vision system that can spot pedestrians or animals before you do. But what about performance? After all, this is a Porsche. The 2026 Cayenne Coupe offers a range of engines, starting with the turbocharged V6 pushing around 350 horsepower, all the way up to a twin-turbo V8 in the Turbo GT that rockets past 650 horsepower. 0 to 60? As quick as 3.1 seconds in the top trim. That's supercar speed, in an SUV that can haul groceries and kids to soccer practice. Handling has also been fine-tuned, with adaptive air suspension and rear-axle steering making this big SUV feel surprisingly nimble on twisty roads. Fuel economy isn't groundbreaking, but Porsche has hybrid options on the way, including an updated e-hybrid that promises better range for city driving without losing the punch of that gas engine. And of course, pricing. The standard Cayenne Coupe starts in the low $80,000 range, while the Turbo GT pushes well past $180,000. It's a wide spread, meaning Porsche is aiming to capture both the well-heeled daily driver and the performance addict who doesn't want to give up practicality. So, we've got a sleeker look, a cutting-edge interior, and performance numbers that embarrass some sports cars. But here's the big question: with all these upgrades, is the 2026 Cayenne Coupe truly moving the needle? Or are rivals like BMW and Mercedes still holding the edge? Up next, We'll break down the biggest highlights and the drawbacks that could make or break this luxury beast. And here's where things get interesting, because the numbers and features are one thing, but how does the 2026 Cayenne Coupe actually feel when you're behind the wheel? Punch the accelerator in the Turbo GT, and it's nothing short of shocking. You're in a nearly 5,000-pound SUV, yet it launches like a 911, pinning you to the seat as the V8 roars to life. The steering is sharp, the body stays flat through corners, and for a moment you forget you're driving a luxury family hauler. It feels more like a sports car that just happens to sit higher off the ground. But here's the twist, not every version delivers that jaw-dropping experience. In the base V6 models, the acceleration is smooth but not thrilling. It's comfortable, yes, but without the raw punch that makes you grin ear to ear. And that's the turning point. Porsche has nailed the high-performance trims, but the entry-level versions? They start to feel like you're paying mostly for the badge. Still, the balance is impressive. Even at highway speeds, the cabin stays whisper quiet, the suspension soaks up bumps effortlessly, and the tech doesn't feel distracting or gimmicky. It's a car that can be both a weekday commuter and a weekend thrill machine, depending on how much you're willing to spend. So the big reveal here isn't just that the Cayenne Coupe is fast. We expected that. It's that Porsche has managed to stretch the personality of this SUV across such a wide spectrum. It can be subtle, or it can be savage. The question is, which version truly delivers the best value for American buyers? Stick around, because that's exactly what we're breaking down next. So, where does the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Coupe really land after all the hype? The truth is, it's exactly what Porsche set out to build. A luxury SUV that can transform depending on the trim level and your budget. On the pro side, you've got stunning design tweaks that make it stand out in traffic, a tech-filled interior that feels fresh without being overwhelming, and performance in the higher trims that rivals true sports cars. The Turbo GT especially is mind-blowing. It's the kind of car that makes you laugh every time you hit the gas. But there are drawbacks. The base versions, while polished, don't quite deliver the thrill factor you'd expect at this price point. And when you start checking boxes on the options list, the Cayenne Coupe's cost can skyrocket into the territory of cars that feel even more exclusive. So, who's this SUV really for? If you're a buyer who wants everyday usability with a splash of Porsche flair, the mid-level trims are the sweet spot, giving you luxury and power without going overboard. But if you crave that full Porsche experience, and don't mind paying for it, the Turbo GT is the one that turns heads and delivers goosebumps. In the US market, where luxury SUVs are everywhere, the Cayenne Coupe holds its own because it doesn't just play safe, it pushes performance and design in a way that could set the tone for how other brands evolve their coupes. It proves that SUVs can still be fun, even thrilling, without losing comfort or practicality. So now the big question. Is the 2026 Cayenne Coupe the right SUV for you, or is it Porsche flexing its badged power once again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you take this over a BMW X6 or Mercedes GLE Coupe? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's coming next.